The story of America's farm and ranch store actually began at a dining room table in urban Chicago in 1938, when an idea hit Charles Schmidt like a bolt of lightning. Farmers are cost-conscious people, he observed. Then why not open a mail-order business that offered replacement parts for their tractors at a fair price? It didn't matter that Schmidt never spent a day in his life on a farm. With a smart idea, hard work, and good people around him, Charles Schmidt couldn't fail, and he didn't. The mail-order business made $50,000 with its first catalog, 24 pages, printed in one color. The company quickly grew into a retail operation when the first Tractor Supply store opened in Minot, North Dakota in 1940. Sales and store locations grew in the 40s and 50s as the company stayed close to customers, who often sent letters to Tractor Supply with questions, advice, and even news from the farm. After expanding to 141 stores and $46 million in business in the mid-60s, Tractor Supply first went public. As with all good companies, success was directly linked to people. Schmidt had a knack for attracting and retaining talented executives who were drawn by the family feel and fun atmosphere they found at Tractor Supply. Of course, every great story has its ups and downs, and this one is no exception. When Tractor Supply was founded, 90% of the people it served were farmers. But after World War II and the manufacturing boom, the company was forced to follow its customers as they left the farm to work in the city. Soon, Tractor Supply began calling itself simply TSC, which stood for Town, Suburb, and Country. It sold everything from women's hosiery to car tires to sporting goods. There was a lack of focus. People didn't know what kind of a store Tractor Supply was. Confusion reigned, sales plummeted, and 1980 ended with a $13 million loss. It was as if Tractor Supply's rich, fertile history was left unattended like a dry, barren field. Success had simply withered away. But hard times forced change, which turned out to be the welcome rain the company needed to flourish again. That change was driven by Tom Hennessy, who at 6'4" and 300 pounds was a big man with big ideas. Even though he's considered to be the savior of Tractor Supply, he was actually dispatched by ownership, Fuqua Industries, with an ultimatum: fix the company or shut it down. It wasn't a good omen that his nickname was The Undertaker. But Hennessy quickly realized that he'd found a diamond in the rough. Buried beneath the losses and layoffs was Charles Schmidt's original dream for Tractor Supply. A simple, straightforward focus on traditional customers like ranchers and small farmers who loved their land, animals, and lifestyle. With Hennessy's leadership, Tractor Supply once again became a celebration of what we call life out here. It was like replowing a familiar field. Hennessy's Gang of Five, which also included Tom Flood, Joe Maxwell, Gary Newkirk, and future CEO Joe Scarlett, returned Tractor Supply to profitability and restored its good name. Hennessy also orchestrated a leveraged buyout that wrested the company from Fuqua's grasp to give it the freedom to pursue its mission. Later, Scarlett, Jim Wright, and Greg Sanford led Tractor Supply into the new millennium, and it emerged as America's farm and ranch store, a true national brand. Wright applied his acute mind for business to reduce turnover and improve profitability on the store level. His words of wisdom, dubbed Wrightisms, continue to inspire us today. Hire hard, manage easy. Every customer is a reporter. Make nickels work like dimes. Tractor Supply's success was recognized when it was added to the NASDAQ 100 in 2013 and celebrated its 75th anniversary by ringing the opening bell in New York. On February 17, 2014, we celebrated 20 years on the NASDAQ, and in January 2014, the company joined the S&P 500. New technology, Distribution systems and merchandising techniques continue to be added, but the original proven way of doing business hasn't changed. Work hard, have fun, make money. Despite astronomical odds, lightning struck twice at Tractor Supply. That day at Charles Schmidt's dining room table, and more than 40 years later, when a store founded to serve farmers went back to its roots to succeed again. Today, the emphasis at Tractor Supply remains on the basics. Treat people right. Know what you stand for. Do whatever it takes. Because more often than not, it's the fundamentals, the little things that are most important in achieving big dreams.